What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Let's go and just jump straight into it. This weekend, we're headed to the 2.5-mile trek of Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida, for the final race and for the NASCAR Cup Series Plus. So this is a cutoff race for the playoffs. Again, we're also going to have a new Super Speedway packages here as they've reduced the speeds a little bit on these cars as well. So before we go ahead and jump into the picks, though, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So there is a decent shot of rain and thunderstorms that could hit the weekend, as there is a 40% chance. Keep in mind, when the green flag drops, it looks like it's going to be mostly cloudy when the chances do drop. But throughout the day, it does look like there's a good chance of thunderstorms. So the race might end up getting delayed. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But hopefully the weather will hold off and we get to see the final race before the NASCAR Cup Series Plus. So let's jump into the picks. So for those of you who are new to the channel, I do a suck pick a driver that runs up front I think is going to struggle. An underdog pick a driver doesn't always run up front, is not the best equipment, who's going to have a really, really good run. And my winners pick the driver I think is going to win the race. And the ones you need to watch out for the race as well, and I got 4 you need to keep it on for this weekend's race at Daytona as well. So let's jump into the picks. Who is my suck pick for this weekend's race here at Daytona International Speedway? My suck pick has had probably the best NASCAR Cup Series season of his career. But it doesn't matter what Super Speedway track we go to, this driver always struggles. And he blew up at Talladega. He almost actually finished in the top, I think he finished in the top 10 at Daytona, kind of spun out in the last lap with that big wreck that ended up happening. But he's running in the top 10 a lot of the day. But I don't think the luck is going to continue. I think Kyle Larson is going to struggle this weekend. I still think Kyle Larson is going to have enough points to hold on to the regular season championship. I don't think he's going to push it as much, but I don't think Kyle Larson is going to finish in the top 20, but I do think he'll get a few stage points, enough to make sure that he has enough of a cushion to make it to the next round, but I think Kyle Larson is going to struggle. Like I said, he's not been really that good on Super Speedway tracks in the past, so I'm going to pick Kyle Larson as my suck pick. And now we're going to jump onto the underdog pick for the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Who is my underdog pick? My underdog pick just re-signed with Richard Petty Motorsports for the 2022 season in the number 43 car. And not only that, he's been historically really, really good at super speedway tracks. He won this race back in 2018. He tends to run up front. He almost won this race, I think, in 2020 before getting at Talladega, and has been really, really fast historically on the super speedways. My underdog pick is going to be Erik Jones. Like I said, I think Erik Jones is going to have a lot of speed this weekend. I think he's going to run up front. And I think that Erik Jones will have a really strong shot of surprising, putting up an upset. I think he for sure gets the top 5 this weekend because he tends to run the top 5 a lot of these races. And I think Erik Jones survives the carnage and finishes really, really well in this year's race at Daytona. And now we're going to jump on to the winner's pick for this weekend's race at Daytona. Who is my winner's pick? Like I said, it is a cutoff race for the NASCAR Cup Series Plus. And I was originally thinking that the driver I think was going to win was going to be a driver that's outside Plus. But I think the driver who's going to win won this race last year. On top of that, he's one of the best spotters in the game, Tab Boyd. On top of that, I think he's going to bring a lot of speed, and I think that Hendrick Motorsports is going to put a lot of eggs in the basket. My winner's pick for the Coke Zero Sugar 400 is going to be William Byron. Like I said, William Byron won this race last year. He's been really, really good on Super Speedways, an underrated driver on the Super Speedways. I think he will pick up his second straight win here in the fall race here at Daytona. He'll also pick up his second victory of the 2021 season. I think William Byron gets it done. And now we're going to jump on to the ones that you need to watch out for this weekend's race here at Daytona. The first driver we need to keep an eye on, this team has ran really, really well on super speedways. If it were a flat tire or a loose wheel, they had to come down pit road. This team was up front contending for the victory. They won a stage here, as a matter of fact, I think, at Daytona. On top of that, they also won a stage at Talladega as well, and were really, really fast over there. First thing you need to keep an eye on is Bubba Wallace in 23XI Racing. I think Bubba is going to have a lot of speed this week, and Bubba was really, really fast. In fact, he was 2 laps away last year from winning this race for crashing out with 2 laps to go in crazy carnage at the end of the race. He was really, really fast throughout the day, and I think Bubba Wallace will have a very strong shot of contending for the victory. And I think he'll get this team's at least their second top 5 ever. The second driver we need to keep an eye on is going to be Matt DiBenedetto. Ever since Jonathan Hassler became the crew chief for Matt DiBenedetto has been on the move in the points. And if it wasn't for the playoff points and the win in your in system right now, if we were doing traditional points, Matt DiBenedetto would actually right now currently be in the Cup Series playoffs right now at 16th in the points. On top of that, Matt DiBenedetto almost won the race at Talladega, and it's been up front in many of these super speedway races. So I think Matt DiBenedetto, this team, are going to have a lot of speed, and I think that Matty D will be a contender this weekend here at Daytona International Speedway. A third driver we need to watch out for is going to be Joey Logano. Joey Logano is a really, really good super speedway racer. He won at Daytona back in 2015 for the race. On top of that, Joey Logano seems to run up front. He hasn't won a race at super speedway in a couple years, but I think Joey Logano is going to have a lot of speed to show for it. I think he's going to be up front, and I think he is going to be a major contender for the victory overall this weekend at Daytona. Joey Logano, I think, is going to have a lot of speed. And the final driver we need to keep an eye on for this weekend, this driver has won 3 Daytona 500s and has also been up front in many of these super speed races and almost won this race last year for falling back, I think, about 3rd or 4th. Ended up finishing in the top 5 in the race, but he was contending for the overall for the victory and tends to run up front in his super speed racers. My last one we need to keep an eye on is going to be Denny Hamlin. Like I said, Denny Hamlin's been really good in super speedways. On top of that, he's going to be trying to get as many points as possible to try to catch Kyle Larson so he can be able to win the regular season championship. I still don't think that his efforts are going to be enough, but I think Denny Hamlin will at least for sure finish in the top 5. I think he will not have a really kind of struggle to get points throughout the stages, but I think Denny Hamlin is going to have a lot of speed this weekend, and I think that he will be very, very fast. So I think Denny Hamlin is going to show a lot of speed this weekend. So, just a reminder, my suck pick is Kyle Larson, my underdog pick is going to be Erik Jones, and my winner's pick is William Byron. And the ones you need to watch out for this weekend at Daytona are going to be Bubba Wallace, Matt DiBenedetto, Joey Logano, and Denny Hamlin. So, anyway, that is going to be for today's race picks video from Daytona International Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications so you're notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's support page in the description below for that, and comment your thoughts on your picks below. Who is your suck pick? Who is your underdog pick? And who do you think is going to win this weekend at Daytona? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time for some more great and awesome NASCAR content like this. Take care, everybody.